a cow on the pike. This happens a lot to a cowman, and you can nod if I'm saying it right, but you're never ignored, and you're surely not bored when you get an old cow on the pike. Now, some people may think it's funny, and the cowboys on the fence always laugh, but it's never a joke when you're the poke caught between that old cow or calf. Now, a cowboy is brave when he's mounted on a good horse with his rope and his spurs, but when he's a-dancing in the dust with a cow he can't trust, the advantage is definitely hers. You dismount to play doctor out on the range, and your kindness turns into a fight. And you start looking around from down there on the ground, and there's no horse in sight. Or your legs know what to do, and they do it too, with their hot breath on the back of your neck. Do you know how it feels to have spurs on your heels and racing downhill for a wreck? Now, cowboys get jitters when working those critters without a horse holding up in the air, but if your luck's like mine, it's just a matter of time until she's wiping her nose with your hair. But someone has to get down when there's work on the ground, but to volunteer doesn't make sense. The worst part of that job is that grinning-faced mob lined up on the top pole of the fence. Now, I've taken a licking from hooking and kicking, and they laugh and they cheer for the cow. And I've limped and I've bled and got kicked in the head, and they're not even satisfied now. Now, this old bronco-faced roan is very well known, and I'll tell you, she's nobody's pet. So I tell the boys that's making the noise, I'll introduce her to the new vet. Well, he puts on his apron, she rips off my shirt. And we both go around and around and just couldn't see with both eyes full of dirt and wound up hugging the ground. Now, being pressed in the dirt didn't much hurt, and then my ribs caved in with a pop. It's no fun at all to be the first one to fall when an ornery old cow is on top. She went on by, left me to die. I could feel warm blood coming out of my ear. I reached up and touched it with the arm that still worked as the heifer dust started to clear, but the blood wasn't red. It was more of a brown, and it carried a terrible smell. And them fence-sitting cowboys, that old bronco-faced run, can every last one go to hell.